Hey guys, how's it going? How y'all doing on this cold Saturday night, late at night? Hope everyone's having a nice and warm day. Let me turn the light on in here in my living room. So I got on here, let's talk. If any of my West Coast or East Coast people are on, let's talk about this day in the NFL. Hope everyone's staying warm. It's over on the East Coast. Hope everyone's staying warm on the West Coast. And I especially hope everyone's staying warm up in the northern part of the United States, because we have got some major cold weather up that way. Give it a minute and see if some of y'all get on. Hello, Panjo. How are you doing, man? So, let's talk about this cold day in the NFL over in Kansas City. If any of y'all have the Peacock network, you know that during the game, Patrick Mahomes went to go lower his head, and when he lowered his head, one of the guys went to hit him, and when they hit his helmet, a piece of his helmet broke. Well, since the helmet didn't completely fly off, Patrick Mahomes didn't have to set out a snap. Normally on something like that, they make them either take a timeout or they make them set out a play. That did not happen in this case because his helmet never actually flew off. And he played, I think, 2 more plays after that before the referees actually stepped in and told him that he couldn't play like that and had to make him go over and get his backup helmet. Well, at first they were having problems with his backup helmet fitting on his head the right way. And then they finally figured it out and straightened it out and everything. And man, I tell you what, it was so cold in Kansas City that Andy Reid's mustache had icicles falling off of it. You guys, it's the 4th coldest playoff game in history, with the temperature of -4, with the wind chill, because of the way the wind was blowing, of -10. And you had fans in the stands that was like shirtless and just, you know how some people get when they have alcohol in them and stuff like that. They get downright ridiculous sometimes. But I mean, the Dolphins, man, they just couldn't get anything going. I mean, Mahomes and them had their number the whole night. I mean, the Dolphins couldn't get anything going. And there was shots that the quarterback for the Dolphins was taking downfield that they were catchable balls. They couldn't get the run game going. And I mean, they just could not get anything going in that game. And Mahomes and them are playing really well right now. Now, We still don't know who they're going to end up playing because of the way they're seated. If by some lucky chance Pittsburgh Steelers beats the Bills, that's who will end up playing the Baltimore Ravens. And if some of y'all don't know, and if y'all haven't seen the news, originally the Buffalo Bills game was supposed to start tomorrow around the same time the Dallas game was going to start, but they have pushed the game back to where it's going to play Monday. Matt Ross Vegas had told me that during my live stream earlier, and I wasn't aware of that because they never mentioned it at any point in time during the broadcast of the other game. Because of the snow in Buffalo, New York, they're asking people to like volunteer to come and like help remove snow and shit so they can play Monday. They've got like 6 to 12 inches of snow up that way. I mean, when it's games like that, if you want my honest opinion, I understand that you want home field advantage and you want your home team to be able to sell tickets, but I think on games like that, when it's that cold out, they should move it. I mean, that's just my opinion. They could have very easily have moved it to where they played like in New Orleans, because the New Orleans Saints wasn't in the playoffs, you know. And since the Chiefs was considered the home team, make them the home team. Protect these guys. I mean, you don't want them coming deathly ill or anything. You don't want them being hospitalized due to frostbite. You don't want something bad to happen like that. And then for the Houston Texans, you know, they played the Cleveland Browns today, and let me tell you something. Joe Flacco got out there, and I didn't think they were going to win with Flacco. I really didn't. It's too bad Watson wasn't healthy, and it's too bad Nick Chubb got hurt early in the season. Had Nick Chubb and Watson been in the game, it would have been much better of a game, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. You got, and I mean, I can't say nothing negative about Flacco. You know, he come in there and he took them to the playoffs, but man, they got destroyed. When you're playing your second string quarterback in the pretty much in the fourth quarter of a playoff game because they're up so big, that's just not good. I mean, do I think Flacco will ever see another snap in the NFL? Absolutely not. Because of what happened today, he threw pretty much 2 straight pick sixes in that game. One of them really wasn't his fault. He went to throw the ball and he was hit as he threw. So the ball just kind of carried. But that second interception, I mean, he just pretty much stood straight to that guy. And it made C.J. Stroud the youngest quarterback to ever win a playoff game in history. Now, my hat's off to the Houston Texans. You know, they've had a rough couple of years. You know, they've had it the last few years. You know, you've seen them play 1-11 or 1-17. They have a 3-win game season. This is why J.J. Watt left and went to Arizona. And then this year, all of a sudden, they come out. And this kid's got potential, and he's got a good tight end also. So he's just got good blocking up front. He's got good rhythm going on. You know, he found a team that's going to fit him very, very well. But keep in mind, Watson was at the Houston Texans. Now, had Watson had played, would he have gotten welcome there? Probably not. They'd probably have booed him all over the place because of the way he left. But, I mean, so tomorrow's games, instead of it being Buffalo and the Steelers and Dallas and Green Bay, you're just going to have Dallas and Green Bay at 3:30. And then the tomorrow night game on NBC is the Detroit Lions versus the Los Angeles Rams, and they're going and either of those teams, both of those teams play in a dome. So even though Detroit's going to be cold and all that stuff, they're going to be inside the dome, so it's not nothing that they're going to have to worry about the elements or anything like that. But even as of Monday, the Buffalo Bills are going to be in bad elements. It's not going to get much better for them. It's still going to be below freezing, and they're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. Do I give the Pittsburgh Steelers a chance? Absolutely not. And I don't give them a chance because of the fact it's the Buffalo Bills, guys. I mean, you got Kincaid on the side for a tight end. You got Josh Allen as a quarterback. And, you got Diggs is one of the top wide receivers in the NFL. You got Dawson Knox, who until Kincaid was signed, he was basically the tight end. He was it for the tight end. And then I'm sure Stafford will get a very heartwarming ovation when he heads into Detroit, because that's where he started his career. He started at Detroit, and then later on went and left and went and started playing for the Rams. And then Jared Goff, he won a Super Bowl, and now he's with the Rams. So, tomorrow's night's game is going to be really good to watch. Tomorrow's game, Dallas versus Green Bay, they're playing in Dallas. So, once again, they're playing in a dome. Even though here in Oklahoma and Texas, it's going to be in the lower teens and stuff, they're not going to be battling the elements in either one of these games tomorrow, guys. But in my opinion, I think that when temperatures are that low, should they move it to a stadium that's got a dome? Absolutely. You'd hate to see the head coach come down sick of either team, especially Andy Reid. He's an older man, but he had icicles dangling from his mustache and shit. He shouldn't be put through that. And there's Taylor Swift and the commentary team sitting up in their nice, cozy, warm VIP boxes and stuff, and the players are down on the field freezing their butts off, and their feet are cold, and it's hard to set your footing. There's games that the Dolphins should have won earlier in the season that would have made them the home field advantage, and then them being in down in Florida, and then they not have to battle the elements like this. But whether I like the Chiefs or not, do I think that, and whether I like the Bills or not, or the Steelers or whatever, I don't think they should have to play in these elements. I think it should be moved to some kind of dome, because I think it can affect the game. And I know these guys are paid big money to do what they do, and but the quarterback for Miami, their home games are in Florida, guys. Their home games are in Florida. Come on. You got your home games in Florida, and you are in warm elements and stuff like that. Did I think they were going to choke during this game? Absolutely. And then here, at first here they were calling for possible 3 to 6 inches of snow. Now the storm has kind of shifted where it's a little further north. So now in our area, we're just going to get kind of a dusting, and closer to Oklahoma City is going to get more snow than they were expecting. So that's what the issue is with living in the Midwest, is you got to wait within the last 10 hours for you actually expect the weather. It can change that quick, because yesterday afternoon they were calling for us to get 3 to 6 inches, and now they're calling for us to get maybe a dusting. And now that storm is like slowed down, so now it's not even going to be here until tomorrow afternoon. But I wanted to get on here and talk about today's games, about Patrick Mahomes' helmet getting busted. You know, even the commentary and like the analysis and stuff said there should have been a forced timeout for him to change his helmet like he did. That's usually in the rule books. They're supposed to do that. But if any of y'all's favorite teams are still in the playoffs or anything, I'd love to hear some feedback if you're rewatching this or anything. But right now, I'm going to kind of swap it over for a second and show you guys some things here at the house. We'll still talk football, but I'm going to show you what we got. Oh, actually, sorry guys. This is one of my wife's fish tanks. We have got guppies in there, some mollies. We got to make sure these guys stay at the right temperature. You see some babies right there. Where'd he go? See a baby right there. So we got to make sure these guys stay at the right temperature because of the weather coming in. And guppies are notorious for liking to float up top. This guy here, the blue one, he is that's a male guppy. And that one right over there, he's a male guppy with the red. He always follows that golden around. And then you got another baby or a juvenile beside him. And we got some more babies over here. These are guppies and mollies and platies in this one. The platies are probably hiding back there in the plants. Or they might be in their little huts. They like to hide. But very rare do you see these guys swimming this deep. They like to swim up towards the top. And I'm gonna take you to one of our other fish tanks. But who do y'all think's gonna win the Dallas game tomorrow? Do y'all think the Cowboys are gonna win, or do you think that
See how clear it is now?
Yeah.
I fixed it.
You gotta scoot over, dear. I'm live and I'm showing. This is one of our other fish tanks.
Hi guys.
Minnie says hello. And then in this tank we have some more guppies.
Let me get out of your way.
We have where's our snail at? That one right there, that big one right there, he's called a tetra. Him and her are called a tetra. Those are like really like really laid back fish. They're not ones that like to swim, and you'll hardly ever see them more than just a few inches apart from each other, whether they're male or female. Those ones there, when they lay babies, they lay eggs. They do not lay actual babies itself. And when they lay the eggs, you have to remove the fish from the tank, or else they'll eat them. Where guppies, they lay live fry or fray. Where's my mollies?
They're hiding in the guppy grass back here.
Okay, I have some black mollies back here in the guppy grass.
They like to hide.
They're a black color. They're about the color of that right there. But
I can get them out if you want me to.
well, I don't want you to mess with them. It's late at night. I might be able to. Yeah. We got snails in there, guys. We've got a suckerfish. These are guppies. These are juvenile guppies. We had a mama guppy that gave.
We just had baby guppies.
Yeah, we have baby guppies. Because that tank I was showing y'all in the other room, that's a breeder tank.
No, I mean, we just recently had more baby guppies.
Okay, so we recently had more baby guppies. And they lay between 50 and 60 babies at a time. So that's another. That's another pineapple for this tank.
Where you sleep, I'll make you watch while I screw your wife and little daughter. I'll snatch your son. You can prove that this was reaching.
Now, when we got these guppies, this guppy here, they were little bitty, and now they're starting to get bigger.
You want one?
Huh? Yours?
You can have one.
You have them both?
I only need one.
Where does he
See how my tetras don't go very far from each other, guys? They're always by each other.
And we're going to transfer them into our room after this weather.
Yeah, after this weather is all over with and stuff, because we're going to get so low, I'm going to show y'all the tank you're going to go in. Because the black mollies and the tetras are actually mine. They're going to go in this smaller tank. They're just going to go in this 10-gallon tank. And the reason why they're going to go in that one is because, like I said, when the tetras, because one tetra is a male and one tetra is a female, when they do lay babies, back over to me, when they do lay babies, they lay eggs. They don't lay live fry like guppies do. And then later on, I'm also going to get some angelfish. Angelfish are really, really pretty. And then we're getting some koi catfish. Like I said, guys, you know, let me put the camera back. This is a breeder tank. So what a breeder tank is you have all this fancy stuff, and then back here, when babies are born, they may put there's a carrying case you set right here, and you put the babies in it so that the bigger fish don't mess with them. And then of course, let me turn this on. And then this is our 5-year-old turtle named Peep. Like Peep you hear from Easter. Like, you know, the peeps you eat, the marshmallow coating in it and all that stuff. He is 5. When we got him, he was about the size of a 50-cent piece. And now he's about the size, almost a dinner plate. He loves it when yeah, he's looking at me. He likes it when I talk to him. If we do and doesn't make it, what we do is we put him in the tank with him and let him do his thing, so that we don't have to flush them down the toilet or anything like that. If they just recently passed, we'll put them in there with him and let him finish them off. And he loves it when it's warmer weather and I smack a couple flies and I stick them in there with him. And I'll go outside and I'll dig up worms and I'll come in here and rinse them off. And then I'll put them in there with him, and he loves eating regular worms. And he has his dried shrimp and all that stuff. But anyway. And then I was looking at some minnows at PetSmart the other day because they're only like 22 cents a piece. I was looking at some minnows, thinking about getting some for him. But he's well taken care of. He started in a tank, God. His first tank was little bitty, guys. His first tank, might have been 5 inches long, 8 inches tall. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But On tomorrow's game, I will be streaming the Dallas Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers. I don't have to keep an eye on the Buffalo game. I need to call my son on. I don't know if he knows they've changed the game or not. I'm sure he does. My son's a big Buffalo Bills fan. So I will start my stream about 3:15 or so Central Time. I'm probably going to do it on my phone so that I can stream it on my YouTube and my Facebook, so that I can see the comments on Facebook as well. But anyway, yeah, that's just what's going on around the house. And then, of course, we got our big old dog over here, Rexy boy. That's our Rexy boy. He's about 10. He's a red heeler. We got him a couple of years ago after my grandpa passed away. He was my mom's dog, and she took my grandfather's cat. My grandfather's cat had never been around a dog, so we took him in. So we've been here a couple of years. He's about 10 or so. He just kind of mopes around the house. I'm sitting in the chair he likes to sleep in when he goes to bed, so that's probably why he's kind of looking at me like he is. And then I got my other 3 babies are in their pen already. One of my dogs, one of my dogs is a service dog, and he got in a little bit of trouble. I don't know why he's been intimidated here lately, but today he decided to take it upon himself to potty on one of my grandkids' toys, and I don't spank him or anything. I just, put him in his crate and make him sit in there a while. And then tonight when I had the girls go to bed, when I had Baby and Mocha go to bed, he just followed them in there, so I didn't argue with him about it. But anyway, I hope you guys are going to stay warm on this Saturday night, especially those of y'all in the northern areas of the United States, in the eastern part of the United States. Got some people doing lives over in the eastern part of the United States. SlaughterCon's going on over there. I don't know if anyone else is going to go live tonight or not. It's getting pretty late over there. It's after midnight over there now. But last night, they were live at 1 o'clock in the morning over there. So, I don't know. Jackpot Joe went live last night pretty late while they were at a concert and stuff. But, here at the house, we just kind of took it easy and had Frito chili pie and watched football, and then the wife worked, and then she'll be thrilled to know that we ain't got as bad weather coming. Well, it's still going to be cold. They're still talking like teens with a wind chill of -10, because in Oklahoma, when the wind blows, it blows. It's not. There's no in between. When the wind blows, it blows. But I want everyone to stay safe. I appreciate anyone that come in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. We're on the road to 500 subs. And I hope you guys follow me tomorrow and watch my live stream on the Dallas Green Bay game. And this is Pop Pops Gaming. And remember, if you're at a casino, you can't win if you don't spin. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you on the next one.